first play thoughts for this behemoth Railways of the World. So Martin Wallace is one of his finest games. Obviously Glenn Drover designed it with him. But let's have a think about what we did like about it when we played it. First of all, we really like the component quality. I mean, this is 2009, but I'm just thinking back to 2009, and we didn't play it back then, but what would this look like back then? It's astonishing now, the level of creativity they put into making this look fantastic. I mean, it's almost like you're actually in the mountains, like flying over the mountains of boards that big, and there's loads of lovely bits of plastic, like the empty city markers are absolutely superb. And we really think this is a pretty game. What else did we like about it? I really loved how easy this is to learn, pick up and play. It settles in nicely in between that Ticket to Ride and 1830, 18XX type thing. So it sort of bridges that gap between simplicity and complexity really nice, and it definitely fills that niche. So Railways of the World is sort of like a medium weight, sort of basically like an economic strategy game. And we really like the fact that when we're looking for something that's a little bit more complex than Ticket to Ride and not too long or complex as 1830, then we can come back to this one. So we really enjoyed that part of it. Yeah, another thing we really liked about this one is that it's expandable, isn't it? So it's a bit like Power Grid. There's loads of different maps available, maybe available, and you could expand it. This one really plays best with 5 to 6. We had that nice little variant where you can't build past the mountains until somebody hits 30 points. So that's another thing we really enjoyed about it. It scales well between players really if you play with the variants and that, and also there's that nice little mechanism on the score track that up to a certain point, the more points you earn, the more money you get. But then your business expands too much, and then you start losing money the more victory points you get. So it sort of keeps you on your toes. It's a really simplistic game. I mean, it's just a handful of actions you can take, but they're all meaningful. And you don't actually have to spend any money. You have to take bonds all the time, even though it's tempting to do that. But you could take the card off the table. There's a bit of player interaction where you can block people, and the game really feels as if you're sort of building something, like you're taking something from absolutely nothing, and then you're building this huge empire that sprawls across the map, and everyone's trying to do the same. And yes, it's absolutely fantastic game. I mean, I can't stand trains, but this really, if you took trains off and said it was something else, you could probably get away with it. But it really gets to feel that sort of old, like the birth of the railways and the way they expanded. And maybe it's not realistic, but in my brain when I'm playing it, you do feel like you're sort of like this capitalist baron. And even though that's not really my sort of thing, just to sit in those shoes for a couple of hours, it's better than actually going out and robbing somebody. What I mean? Didn't we like about this one? Wow, it's a table hog. I mean, really. Even though we like the massive board, it's just maybe it's a bit too big, because when you got the operations cards on the side of the board, you can't see them. I mean, my mum, she comes around a lot to play games, but there's no way she'd be able to read the cards over there, sat over there. You'd have to have them on card stands or things like that. I mean, the rule book is good, but there's a few discrepancies. We found ourselves looking things up, and really for sort of a 10th anniversary, they really should have ironed out those things by now. But Railways of the World, I mean, I think we'll keep coming back to this one. This is going to stay in the collection, I think, along with all the other things that have stayed in the collection over the years. But it's a highly recommended game. I mean, if you don't necessarily have to like trains, I mean, like just test trains, but if you like sort of medium weight economic games that sort of have a bit of a laugh with other people, you can block people, and they're always close and exciting, and you feel like you're sort of building up sort of an empire. Sort of, it's like an engine building game. Then Railways of the World, maybe a bit expensive, but you can get that Rails in Nippon, which is the similar thing for a lot less. And this is well worth your time, well worth the effort. It's easy, it's simple, and I think we'll give this one probably 8 out of 10. So Martin Wallace, Glenn Drover, you're the man.